So we're live, man. We're live. Also, I'm recording on Spotify, Apple, Google, so on and so forth. Okay, peace, family. This is Brandon B. Dixon. You're tuned into the Power of Ownership podcast for today, April 5th, 2020. Got my guest host, Stephen Contreras, in the building.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Yes, sir. And let's go ahead and get our introductions out the way, and let's go ahead and start the show. We're not going to keep you too long today. First of all, my name is Brandon B. Dixon. I'm a published author, serial entrepreneur, mortgage broker, community activist, so on and so forth. My book, Sales, the Nucleus of Any Profession, is out right now. Now that you guys have time, go ahead and pick this up. So by the time the economy comes back, you're already a tiger, ready to go and ready to make some real money. It's on Amazon only. I'm signing an exclusive deal with Amazon. So from now on, it's not going to be on Barnes and Nobles anymore. When my audio book comes out, I'm signing an exclusive deal with Amazon. Amazon's going to be the only one distributing my product. So Amazon and Audible. So I'm going to go ahead and let Steve introduce himself. Then we're going to introduce our podcast, and then we're going to go ahead and let's get into it real quick.
Hey guys, Stephen Contreras here. I'm a geologist in Houston, Texas. Kind of like a Renaissance man. I study the arts and sciences. I love history. I love studying the world, even with all this craziness going on. It's good to just kind of reach out there and try to better yourself and try to learn what's going on. So that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm here to do. Try to help everybody and make the world a better place.
Gotcha. For those who are not familiar, this is your first time tuning in to Power of Ownership podcast. We talk about ownership not only of properties, but intellectual properties, businesses, anything wealth generational. We're talking to the top 1%. Also, we bridge the gap between the seen and unseen realm. We talk about the how to take the occult lectures, occult knowledge to actually make things come into fruition into the physical realm. So we kind of bridge the gap between the seen and unseen. Just to finish promoting, before we get to the show, again, it's mortgage season. A lot of people are taking advantage of these low rates, refining. A lot of people are buying homes right now. I am swamped. That's why I hadn't been doing my vlogs daily like I should. But go to hocmortgage.com if you want to go ahead and apply for a mortgage. You want to book me for sales training, consultation, lectures, so on and so forth, go to www.billionaireloanofficer.com. Also, you can call me 24/7. Call me 832-775-8357. Call me also at Billionaire Loan Officer on all social media. So all my Facebook family that's joining us live, I need you to go to the YouTube and at Billionaire Loan Officer and Instagram at Billionaire Loan Officer. So Stephen Contreras, you can find him at Stephen Contreras, at _Stephen_Contreras, _90, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On social media. So boom, you can go from there. Also the Cash App, the Power of Ownership Cash App. Keep it going. You know what I'm saying? If you like the content, let's go ahead and keep it going from there. Let's go ahead and get into the show. I didn't really create a banner for the show, but let's go ahead and keep it going. Topics for the day is I want to talk about while we're all under this quarantine and stay at home order. I think it's all of what every state except like 8 states have stay at home orders right now.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like so, while we're all at home, what can you do to financially prosper while you're sitting at home? What can you do to better yourself? What can you do to sharpen your skills? What can you do to prepare for when everything comes back, the bounce back come back? Or, what do you do to even spiritually prepare yourself and get better while you have this particular time to reflect? Because this is the time right now. It should be that isolation should be the best time for you to sit back and reflect and get better yourself. So I'm gonna open it up to Steve first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and reply, and then we're gonna go ahead from there. We're gonna give you a couple of different tips on what to do to get better and make you some money. Me especially, I'm gonna talk about making some money while this economy is where it's at. So Steve, I go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you
Thanks.
got going? What do you suggest for other people? So on and so
Uh,
forth.
well, just trying to turn the TVs off as much as you can. Like you can't be just watching the news all day because that's not productive. It's all negativity. That's probably one of the first steps. Just turn off all the noise. You talked about going into meditation. That's a form of meditation itself. Is just to quiet everything down. Turn off the news, turn off the negativity, keep your social distancing, like they say. Help you not get sick. But I mean, it's just that's rule number one. Number two would be like read some books. Read your book. Sale of nuclear ownership. You gotta read yours, read books. I've been reading like one on the serpent power about chakras and energy and stuff like that. A lot of people nowadays don't know how to read, and it's not very good. You have to be able to read to be able to better yourself. I guess number three would be for finances. Just check the stock market. I mean, if you don't know how to play the stock market, just look at it how it is. Like you have to be able to follow all the trends, right? And so just try to pay attention to the trends that are going up and down. Buy when it's low, sell when it's high. Things like that. Those are just basics. Those are just three easy ones to be able to better yourself. I like to write movies in my spare time, so I've been working on one or two. So
Gotcha.
things like
Yeah,
that.
I have 12 already cocked and ready to go as far as movies, but I'm going to wait till I have a whole bunch of spare money to go ahead and produce them myself, and then I'll sell them to Netflix from there. I'm going to just go ahead and produce them. I'm not going to wait for anybody. Hey, you like it? No, I'm going to just go ahead and produce my own entertainment and then have somebody buy it from me, buy the rights from me. But yeah, those are good, but a couple of things that you got to do first. First of all, they got a ton of people that don't know how to go within. They don't know themselves first. If you are one of those religious people and you were taught to go outside of yourself, now is the perfect time to go within. This is the stuff they don't teach you. Learn how to meditate first. Learn how to do yoga. Learn how to go within first, better yourself, learn parts of the body that can help you bring things into fruition into this realm first. So a lot of people don't know how to meditate, don't know how to take that time and you got plenty of time now. So now you got time to do that. Now you got time to do it right now. You can take 30 minutes to an hour, sit there in a closet or a dark place or a quiet place and sit there upright and go ahead and reduce your thoughts or reduce the speed of your thoughts and reflect, reflect on everything that went wrong in your life or everything that went right in your life and, address it, observe it from a neutral standpoint, observe it from both sides, the antagonist, the protagonist, and then observe it from a neutral standpoint. This is part of the healing process. A lot of people, you want to go back out once we finish this particular quote unquote crisis, but you hadn't healed yet. So you got to heal yourself first. Now is the perfect opportunity to heal your mental. Get rid of all the scars that you had previously, and go ahead and go within inside yourself and go ahead and heal yourself. Think about all those bad times where I went wrong, business decisions, where I went wrong, relationship wise. Sit there and replay that stuff over in your head and play different outcomes, and then look at it from an objective standpoint. Hey, now you got to learn from the past mistakes, and then you got to learn how to purge them. Because what happens is if you keep living in the past, then you'll never live in the now. So you're gonna always be behind times. So if your thoughts are always in the past, reflecting the past, you're never going to be in the now. You're never going to be, your head's not going to be totally in the game. So you're gonna be always a step behind everybody else. So you got to take this time to heal first, heal those mental wounds, so you can get back in the game once the game starts, once the halftime is over. Should I say? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, a nice little pause.
Right. So it's a little pause, a little break. If you can't do that, I would say do that first before you read any books. Because what's going to happen is, unless you clean your system out, You're not going to be able to absorb these new nutrients that you're putting in there properly. Just like a digestive system, with the bad germs and the good germs. If you got too many bad germs, you're still gonna be sluggish. So if you gotta curate you gotta cultivate your gut, because gut is part of the brain, to form these good germs. And the same thing with the mental. You got to form your brain or your mind to start accepting these good vibration and these positive vibration, these good frequencies. Once you do that, then you could go ahead and start getting this good food in there, which is the good mental food. There's what is Boo, our mascot, the mascot of the Power of Ownership.
I know she's been trying all morning.
Yeah, Boo the cat. Mm-hmm. Secondly, I would say a lot of people worry about finances, and the key word is worry. So worry has a negative inclination to it, meaning that you think negative about it. Oh, this is going to happen to me. This is going to happen to me. Oh, damn, I'm going to lose my job. Oh, damn, I'm going to be broke out of it. The subconscious mind works like this. The universe works for you. So whatever you tell yourself over and over, that's what's going to happen. That's what the universe figures, hey, that's what you want to happen. So it will happen to you. So let's stop worrying about finances. You got to get these daily affirmations in, and you have time to do it now, where you either repeat to yourself, or we got an audio book coming out later on this year where you have these daily affirmations and saying that, hey, I am money. I am abundance. Money is easy to make. I'm always going to have money. And you program that subconscious mind to have to a positive. That way the universe can work for you. And then that's what it's going to bring. So you got to start with the mental first. That's the base. We were taught the opposite. We taught start with the physical, then get your mind, wrap your mind around it. Nah, you're never going to get there. You're going to be constantly like a rat on a running wheel. Get the mental first. Matter follows mind. The mind right first. Say, hey, this is going to work out for me. Don't worry about it, because worry means it's a form of meditation that you're doing over and over and over and over, but it's to the negative, and that's what's going to be the results. So you need to learn how to meditate to the positive. I'm going to get this. I'm going to make a whole bunch of money. Money's going to be nothing to me. Money's nothing to worry about because it's so easy to make. That's the thoughts that you need to put inside of the mind. I'm pointing it here because I don't know what the mind is. Not here, but wherever the mind is.
Yeah, but for average people though, like that's actually kind of a difficult thing to do. When you say, like being able to, when all the bad things are happening around you, can you be strong enough to move on? It's hard.
That's why I say now's the perfect time to practice this. I understand that you've been programmed your whole life to think negative. You've been programmed your whole life to spin everything to a negative, be a pessimist. Look at the results that you got. So do you want to continue with these results, or do you want to make a change? So the only way you can change is if you can change your subconscious mind first. So you need to, instead of worrying, you need to do your affirmations to a positive.
Yeah.
And from there, you can start to, you will see the difference. I guarantee you results. You will see the difference in your daily successes. We most of the time sabotage ourselves.
Agreed.
It's, because like the movie Frequencies, like we talk about all the time, it's the universe works for you. If the frequency that you vibrate on, the universe figures that's what you want. That's what you want. We are here. We are the gods here to experience ourselves in physical form. We're going to get anything we want.
Yeah.
So if you say the negative, they're going to figure, I want to experience this. So it's going to give it to you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool too. Once you figure out how to keep on thinking positively in all situations. It is hard though. Like, our minds can go into dark places.
Right. But if that's what you want to experience, that's what you shall experience.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say it's not impossible, but it's like I'm always thinking positively, or trying to at least, but there's not moments when I don't think positive. It's just like, it's very difficult sometimes to be always positive.
It's only as difficult as you make it. Is what you really want. You got to ask yourself what you really want to experience. If you really want to experience down and out misery and financial destitute, and a lot of people like the thrill of hey, I just made the rent this month. A lot of people want to experience that. A lot of people want to, hey, I just kept the lights on. The MacGyver, hey, I took a wire and I ran it from a neighbor's house and I made, the lights come on. A lot of people want that MacGyver type experience. It's the adventure to them. If that's what you want, that's what you should receive.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say it's like most people don't know how to reprogram themselves as well.
Well, that's why you should listen to the Power of Ownership podcast. You listen to the Power of Ownership podcast. You listen to some of my lectures. You should buy my next book that's coming. You should listen to the next audio book we got coming out, and we're going to teach you. We're giving you the gist of it right now. You had the basics of it is to stop the bleeding, which is stop worrying. Because worrying is a form of meditation, and start having daily positive affirmations. The best way to program yourself, besides hypnosis, that you're going to hire a hypnotist, is repetition. So you repeat this over and over and over and over. I am money. I will do this. I will accomplish my goals. I am my goals. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind. So now I could bring it to what I want to fruition. Don't forget the 3-part equation. Asking you should receive, seeking you shall find, knocking the door should be open unto you. This is part of the knocking. I got to knock in order for the door to be open. So you got to get your butt up. God is a verb, is action. Without the action, there is nothing. So a lot of people just want to receive. That's not how this works.
Receive that $1,200 check, right?
Yeah. So if you're that type of person, this should motivate our entrepreneurs even more. If you're sitting there waiting on a $1,200 check, you shouldn't even be listening to this podcast. Turn this podcast off if you're sitting there waiting on a $1,200 check. Because I don't know what $1,200 is going to do if you're sitting there in the house 3-4 months. I don't know whose bills equal, $300 a month or whatever. So if you wait on the $1,200 check, this is the wrong podcast for you. You don't have the right mentality. You're not in the right mind frame to receive the information that we're giving. So, but a lot of people in that mentality. A lot of people, when anything happens adversely in their life, they go into a ball. Mm-hmm. And they go into this fear factor where they can't function.
Hibernation almost.
Yeah, they go into a victimhood. Mm-hmm. And especially people in the South, especially people from my neck of the woods, Louisiana, this should be this is my third go around. Katrina, Harvey, now it's the coronavirus. So you should be prepared now. First time, shame on them. Second time, shame on you. Mm-hmm. Shame on you for not being prepared. So if that's the case, if you anytime something happens, you're looking for somebody to give you something, this is the wrong podcast for you. This is the podcast for those people who want to create their own reality and want to help shape this particular realm and deify themselves in this particular realm. If you're sitting there waiting on a check from Trump and sitting there waiting for somebody to hand you something, what do we do? How do we eat? Wrong spot.
Yeah.
This is the wrong spot for you. So this is for the creators. So let's get into finance a little for a second. For my audience, the people I talk to, which is those who are the top 1% or those who are aspiring to be the top 1%, you should be salivating by the mouth. I've been buying stock like crazy. I've been, and I can go ahead and tell you because I already bought my stocks, man. And movie theaters, gyms, airlines, Caribbean cruises, and all this stuff here, the cruise lines, the hotels, the resorts, all the stuff that's not functioning right now. They can and they will come back. Yeah, so you think nobody's going to fly anymore or go on vacation? You're crazy.
I know.
So those, man, right now you could get AMC stock for like $2 a share. and they normally trade at $30 a share. You know what I mean? So, man, now's the time for you to buy into stock. For those who think, oh, this is the end of America, you're crazy.
I know. It doesn't change overnight, right? Jeez.
Right. So this is the doom and gloom. This is Armageddon. You're crazy. Now this is my thing as far as for certain people, for certain souls or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, this is they're gonna have to. This is the end of their line. They're gonna come back again. They're gonna reincarnate as somebody else and adapt to this new particular fifth dimension. For a lot of people, what is it predicted? What, 250,000 in the United States?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, so a lot of people are not going to be able to adapt to this particular new system. But certain of us, the elite, we were born for this moment. That's why we came at this moment. We were born for this.
Yep.
So certain people, if you're religious, I'm a victim. Did somebody doing me something? Oh, poor me. Woe is me. You might as well go ahead and try it again, man. Reboot. Restart the game. When you play PlayStation, you're not doing well in the game. Just go ahead and restart. Start it up from the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's what you might as well go ahead and do. Now, I hate to be harsh, but the game, this particular density, when we incarnate here, is for to either adapt and win the game, or start the game over, or you'll be back. You're gonna start the board. It's like a video game. So why come here if you're not trying to win?
Yeah, and not to say that you're wrong or anything, but it's just like winning's different for different people. It's just like most people here, they don't know how to win. Does that make sense? Like no one's ever taught how to win.
Well, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. We're here to teach you how to win, and it's only for a very, very small piece of the population that could feel us and hear us.
The 1%.
1%. So that's why we're here. We're here to teach you how to win. Nobody ever taught you how to win, but we're here to teach you how to win. And I understand that money's not everything. Money is strictly moon energy. That's all really. I mean, if you want to be down and gritty with it, but my point is that in this particular society, in this particular time and place that you chose to incarnate into, this is one of the dominant pieces of the puzzle that you're going to have to master in order to maneuver. This is what it is. So you can deny it all it wants. It's just one of the pieces of the puzzle that you're going to have to conquer, and you're going to have to use and to maneuver across the board. And this is what it is. If you didn't like this particular piece, you should have came in, at a different time during the age of a Scorpio, or you should have came in a different age, than this age. This particular age is all about moon energy. Yeah. This is what it is. So let's get all the way, real with it.
It's gonna be powerful too, actually.
Right. So I mean, there's times supposedly after this that there's no money. Like if you're in a Star Trek type world where there's no money, there's ages where there's no money, but this particular age, there is this thing called the IRS, this thing called the Federal Reserve. There's a thing called, that's just what this is. You're gonna have to master that in order to gain notoriety. And like I said, even if you want to be charitable, I was watching this Netflix thing the other day, The Tiger King. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
So the chick that killed her husband or whatever, or allegedly. Yeah. I can't say, I got to say allegedly, so I don't get sued. She started a charity, if you want to save the tiger, but she still is a multi-millionaire.
I know. Yep.
So if that's your calling in the world, you want to save tigers, you're still going to need money to do it.
Yep.
If that's your calling, you want to save the dolphins, you want to, concrete all the roads, whatever you want to do, you're going to need money to do it.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. So, you might as well get into this thing. So, if you want to feed the homeless, where's the money going to come from? You want to house all the homeless, who's going to build the houses? Where you going to get the money for the material? So you can't get around not making the money. The whole trick of this particular game is to make the money. Now I can contribute to where I want to contribute. That's how this was set up. That's how our forefathers set this thing up. Now the people that win the game, the people that's winning the game has the most influence. Am I making sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I could dump money into stuff that feels that I feel should have priority and top priority.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how it should be. The winner should have to say so, right?
Yeah, I mean that's how the world works,
Well, that's how this particular world works. And you can either accept the rules or try to boycott. And you try to boycott, you're going to be stuck in the same thing. You're still going to be subject to it. It just is what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, honestly. Like after all, like you said, invest in the stocks, watch the world go back to normal, or at least how it should be. We'll see. And
it'll never be the same again. This is a shift change. This is a shift change in energy. So it's going to be always different. So I would also invest into, if I were you guys, invest into self-driving cars.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's the future.
And then, anything like this is a great time for big business to automate everything too,
Right.
So
let me I got two more things and then we could go ahead add the final thoughts. As far as my business people, now's the time to go crazy at your craft. Now's the time to go crazy at your craft. Now's the time to really think about the future. One of the biggest mistakes I made, and I shared this a couple of times on air, is that I couldn't see the business 10 years down the line. So now you need to brainstorm and you need to meditate on where do you see your business 10 years from now, especially with this outbreak and this pandemic thing, and then how does this new social distancing and mask might be a normal thing. So where do you see your business? So if you're in a social-based business, you need to really sit there and reevaluate things. How can you incorporate this and gain and capitalize off of this new particular society where social distancing might be a norm? So the planes might have to change stuff up. The concerts might have to be a little bit different. That's all it all might change. Everybody can't be digital, or some of those businesses might have to fold. So it just is what it is. This depends on how quickly we get this under handle. My last thing is this. So to wrap that thought up, man, just do whatever you got to do. I would dream whatever thought that you could come up with, take that into consideration. Dream as, no possibility is outlandish, so any possibility is possible. So I would take that into consideration and really incorporate that into my business plan, so now it's time to go crazy with it. Last thing is, also it's going to be hard. It's going to be harder now to work out. I would suggest that you don't just go inside and just watch TV all the time. I would suggest that now's the perfect time to get vitamin D. Mm-hmm. We need that radiation anyway, especially those of us with melanin in their skin. So you definitely don't want to be in in this cave, this modern day cave, all day, every day. You got what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you definitely want to once a day go jog, hit the lake, hit the track, hit the trail, keep your social distancing, but get that sunlight, man. You need that radiation, not the 5G, but the good radiation.
Yeah.
So keep your immune system up. Oh, the last thing is now's the time to really start getting alkaline, man. Alkaline water.
Yeah, don't drink the tap water. That's for sure.
Do not drink tap water. Well, that is not even water. If you add lemons and sugar to water, it's no longer water. It's lemonade.
Yeah.
So if you add chloramine, fluoride, blah 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 blah. Is that still water, or is
Bleach,
that
all the pharmaceuticals getting flushed down the sink,
right, or is that a chemical cocktail?
Yeah.
So get you some alkaline water, man. I drink 10 and a half pH all the time. All the time. I drink the high pH all the time. That's one of the reasons I don't even eat right, to be honest with you. I mean, you could tell I don't even eat right, but I've been drinking alkaline water, high pH for the last 5 years. That's all I drink. No fountain drinks or anything like that. And I don't, all that congestion is gone. I don't have any congestion. And that's where diseases and viruses
from that fruit corn syrup.
Yeah, from mucus. So you eliminate the mucus, you feel great. Also, what I got to give one other shout out before you get the final thoughts. Guess what I invested in the other day? And I'm not big into giving shout outs to products that's not paying us any money, but I got to give. I invested in a Squatty Potty.
Okay.
From remember those from
yeah. I used to have one.
Tank?
Yeah, I used to have one.
Yeah, those are great, man. What happened with the Squatty Potty theory is, which is true, we were meant to squat, not sit down while we number two. So there's a nerve that like hooks the lower colon, and that's why you spend hours and hours of time trying to squeeze because you're not in the proper position.
Yeah.
So the Squatty Potty, you sit it underneath the toilet, and it gives you that squatting position. So now I'm cutting plenty. I'm cutting hours out of my day. It's now instead of 30-minute poops, taking 5 minutes, and I feel flushed.
Yeah.
It's not like clenching off half, and then I gotta go back another 30 minutes to finish the other half and all that stuff. So it's giving me more time for my day, and I'm feeling better because I'm completely empty when I do it, man. So makes a huge difference, bro. So
you should have seen my dad's face when I brought it into the house when I was younger. Right. I was like, what is that? He thought it was like an alien technology,
Right. So it's the simplest stuff, man, that makes money. Oh, last thing I want to say before I turn the mic over. Now's the time, man. If you have a book you're writing, an invention that you're working on, something that you were trying to create, now's the time to do it, man. Forget all the excuses. Turn the TV off, man, because these people already made their millions. Work on that craft that you were doing. Work on it. Do it. You got time now. Go ahead and do what you were supposed to do and finish it up. And go ahead and bring it and pitch it and, learn how to sell it and go from there. What you got, Steve? Let's go ahead, final thoughts, and let's go ahead and wrap up.
Just try to better yourself in these weird and strange times. Just try to live life, go outside. I try to take a walk every day around my neighborhood and just try to keep improving. Sometimes you can feel a little down or stagnant. Just try to keep on moving forward. That's all we can do. Pray to make everything go by faster and move better, and hopefully all this will be over by the next couple of weeks and everything will get back to somewhat normal. So That's all I have to say. Just peace, love, and positivity.
Right. So my final thought is, like I said, no excuses, man. Now you got the time first to reflect on yourself first. Learn how to meditate, learn how to heal yourself, reflect on all the past mistakes. For those who want to be the same and those who want to embrace this victimhood, we're not talking to you. This podcast is not for you. This is people that's the overachievers in life, the creators, the movers and shakers. So for the movers and shakers, now's the time to go ahead and go full forward. Don't downshift, shift up. Go even harder while everybody else is taking this step back. Now's your chance to go hard. Finish that product, finish that proposal, finish that book, finish whatever you got to do. Put the Netflix down. They already made their millions. I'm not saying go 24 hours hard like me. If you this ration, hey, watch one show to every 2 hours work or whatever. Have you whatever you need to do to go ahead and discipline yourself, but don't sit there and binge watch for 8 hours and don't get any work done. That's stupid. So it just is what it is, man. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Again, man, get you a mortgage, get you some houses, get you investment property. I forgot to mention that. Now's the best time to get investment properties as well, man. So while everybody's sitting at the house scared to look at houses or not even in the market right now, take advantage of why everybody else is in the house and get the pick of the litter as far as investment properties. www.hocmortgage.com. If you want to go ahead and book me for sales, training, consultation, so on and so forth, www.billionaireloanofficer.com. Again, you can call me 832-775-8357, or you can cash app us. You're a fan of the show. Hundreds and hundreds of people that's listening to us, and a couple of dozen that watch us. So we gotta. Can we get the same amount of people that listen to us watch us? Can we get that happening? Can we get a few hundred people watching us, and then we can get to a few thousand? So that's what I want. So the few hundred people that listen to us, the cash app is $, the power of ownership. For our audience, our small audience that watch us on social media, on YouTube, you can see it right there on the screen. Go ahead and keep us going. Y'all want more heavily produced shows? Just go ahead and support the show. Y'all want different guests? I could bring in all these guests that you want. I want to get someone like Bruce Lipton and get some of these high profile guests so I could pick their brain and all that. But they're gonna want a few coins. So it is what it is. At Being That Loan Officer on all social media. And I'm like Steven Contreras as at Steven_Contreras_90. Let Steve Contreras plug what he got going on. And then we could take it out.
Yeah, well, as everyone knows, the oil and gas market's kind of low right now, but it'll bounce back up. I was working on this event for the Institute of Health Research. That's going to be getting pushed back to June now. You can find me at Steven_Contreras_90 on Instagram. And I guess the movie I'm working on is kind of like it has to do with like an alternate reality of right now. Actually, it's going to be pretty cool. And so you can find me on Facebook, Steven Contreras. And yeah, peace, love, and positivity. Everyone try to stay safe and healthy out there.
Don't forget, we got an audio book coming out that's going to be coming out probably this summer. We're working on it as we speak. It's going to have me on there, Steven Contreras, a couple other guests as well. Also, don't forget, we're going to be working on this comic book soon, so I want to have that out by the summer as well. 3-piece comic book. If somebody picks it up, then we'll have even more on it. But I got a comic book that I'm going to be writing. Steven Contreras probably help out. Plus, we got a book coming out. And we need to start working on probably by the summer. That's going to probably come out later on this year. So we got a book coming out as well. So we're working, man. I'm putting out product after product. I'm not trying to sit there and wait for $1,200. If you sit there waiting for $1,200, man, this probably not the show. I'm going to say, verb and personal responsibility is your only savior. With that, I'm going to say peace.
Peace.